Okay, there's a couple shapes that we didn't go over very much yesterday, and that is this little beige diamond and these two red trapezoids. I want to use today to see if we can figure out the missing angles on these shapes. So this beige diamond has a very tiny angle, and I want to see if we can use benchmark angles to figure out what this angle is. I also want to see if we can figure out what this larger angle is, and you're going to try and do that on the next slide. The other angles I want to solve for is this angle right here, this larger obtuse angle on the trapezoid, and this tinier acute angle on the trapezoid. So in order to solve for these shapes, I'm going to try and see if I can line them up on a benchmark angle to figure out how much those angles are, to figure out the measure. First, I'm going to drag this tiny beige diamond and see if I can fit diamonds to make 90 degrees. So I take my diamond blocks, I work on lining them up perfectly, and I can you see how many are going to fit? It looks like it takes 3 diamonds to make a 90-degree angle. Now this gives me a clue. I can use this benchmark angle 90 degrees to figure out how many is each tiny angle in here. Well, each of these are 3 equal shapes, and they're all sharing the total, which is 90 degrees. So that means in order to solve for this, I would divide each of those 90 degrees up equally into the 3 diamond pieces. So I can use my shortcut again here. It looks like 9 divided by 3, math facts, is 3. And then I put the 0. So I can see, aha, this angle measure, this tiny angle right here is 30 degrees. This is 30 degrees. And this is 30 degrees because 30 plus 30 plus 30 is a total of 90 degrees. How could I also show that? Using the benchmark angle 180 degrees. If I line up these same beige diamond pattern blocks on the 80-degree benchmark angle, could I still show that they're 30 degrees each? Yes. So if I take each diamond, give me a second while we get them all lined up. How many do you think it's going to take? It looks like it's going to take 6. And that kind of makes sense because 90 degrees is half of 180. So if there's 3 for 90, then double that for 180. So the same way I solved it over here, I could have also used 180 degrees. So my equation would be 180 degrees divided this time among 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So I would take 180 divided among the 6 pieces, use my shortcut for dividing with zeros. 18 divided by 6 is 3, and put the 0. You can see that I still get 30 degrees. So no matter which benchmark angle I use, I can still see that that tiny angle on the beige diamond block is 30 degrees. Okay, let's try one more example. Those of you who are watching this video are going to get a helpful hint for the next slide because I'm going to start explaining how to solve the next one. So if I wanted to figure out this big angle on this trapezoid and this tiny angle, what if I brought them up to the benchmark angle 180 degrees and I line them up at this vertex in the center? Okay, how do I figure out each one? Because this time they're not equal. So I can't take 180 and divide it by 2 because this is an obtuse angle and this is an acute angle. But I can use what I remember from other angles to see if I can help narrow down what these angle measures are. I remember that this triangle was 60 degrees from yesterday, this equilateral triangle, and it looks like this angle might be 60 degrees. So I'm going to grab this pattern block, hold it up to it, and see that, yes, it is. So if this is 60 degrees right here, that gives me a really big clue to figure out what this trapezoid angle is right here. I'm going to use blue to show it. How could I figure out this angle? If I know that part of it is 60 and the whole thing, my benchmark angle, is 180? How could I figure this out? Well, I know that, let me get my writing tool again. I know that 60 plus something equals 180, so I could write that as an addition sentence, which you have to do on the next slide. Or what is the inverse, the opposite operation of addition? Subtraction. So I could take, if the whole thing's 180, subtract out this 60, and you'll have what's left. I just gave you a very big hint for the next slide. Give me your best. I'm excited to see how you do today.